There's a lot less people here now, so I feel like more comfortable talking to a camera like a freak. I had like a lot that, you know, like I wanted to cover. There's so much dirt everywhere. Oh my gosh. It's honestly kind of interesting to me how so much of our lives are spent like just talking about other people. I sometimes wonder how people talk about me. And so sometimes I wonder, like, if I heard the things that other people said about me, like, how would I feel? A lot of the times, like, I would like to think to myself, oh, well, I wouldn't really care what anybody else has to say about me. But I feel like, actually, is that true? Like, if someone who is talking about you, whether it was good or it was bad, let's say it was bad, came up to you and said it to your face, how would you feel? Like, you would like to think that, you know, it wouldn't bother me that much. But if they actually came up to your face and said that, would you not give a fuck? Or would you feel really bad and think about it for days? As much as I talk about everything I talk about, I feel like if someone was harsh enough and they came and said it to my face, I would feel like shit. Because I've heard the way people talk about other people. Talking about what someone did versus fully talking about shit about somebody is different. They're two different things. And now, honestly, that then comes to two things when you think about it personally. Like, if someone came to you and said to your face something that you did and how they felt about it, that is the point of reflection. But if someone is coming to you and talking to your face, like just straight out, like talking shit about you, how would you feel about that? What is your first like instinct or just first feeling that you know that would run through your head? And I feel like I've learned so much about how to decode the way other people make opinions about you, because I feel like you could learn so much about the other person. I've talked about this so much before, but I've also learned how to build my own personality, or I'm trying to build my own personality. Doesn't really rely on any external validation. Oh my god, there's like fireflies. Wait, that's so cute. But I don't want any of them to come near me. I just think, and I said this in the last episode, which I literally just recorded like 10 minutes ago, but in my opinion, the 80, 85, 90 years that we live, honestly, is not enough, because the first 15 to 16 are taken away by learning, growing, finding out who you are, which is, it's not like taken away from you. You don't really understand who you are until you're probably like 20. Some people even after that. And then the last like 20, you're old, which is not a bad thing, but you're not as healthy and you're not as agile as you used to be, so it's hard to do certain things, which is just like kind of common sense. I feel like the limited time that we have on this earth, why are we wasting it on building a personality that runs after other people's opinions and all of the stupid shit that they say about 100 people, and you're one of them, and you make it your entire life? For what? You did all of this hard work and this growth and figure out who you are just to let one or two people shatter your own self-image? How pathetic are you? A lot of the times I've noticed that when I'm worried about what other people will say, it's because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. But when I'm confident in my actions and I feel like I could defend myself if somebody questioned me, I don't really care at all what other people think about what I'm doing. And so I've learned that every time I feel like I'm scared that somebody's going to judge me, I do as much as I can to learn about what I'm doing, and if I don't agree with it, then I will not do it anymore. But the only reason I will not do something anymore is because I have done my own digging into either myself or other things to understand why I don't like what I'm doing. If the reason is simply because, oh, somebody looked at me, oh, somebody made a comment, no. People will make comments about all kinds of things, and most of the time it's because they don't like something they're doing themselves. That's their problem. Why are you making it yours? Having that confidence in the decisions that you make, and I mean the big decisions, not what you're gonna wear tomorrow morning, just the big decisions in your life where people have the ability to talk to you, or not talk to you, but talk about you, is honestly something that comes over time. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't fully mastered it yet. There's still a lot of things where, the big and the small things, where I'm like, shit, am I making the right decision? Like, is someone out there talking about how I made the stupidest decision ever and I'm gonna regret it? That's only because I am not fully confident in what I'm doing. Now, in every situation, will everybody have the ability to talk about or figure out if they really want to do everything they want to do? You're not always going to be in a position where you can always be confident in every choice that you make. Honestly, in that situations, it's important to give yourself a pep talk and just be like telling yourself that no matter what happens, even if the decision that you make is really going to screw you over tomorrow morning, like if there's a chance of that, you are confident enough in yourself that you're going to figure it out. Because honestly, you have no other choice. What else are you going to do? There's nowhere else that you can go. This is your life. you're responsible for it. Being my age, I'm honestly at the best point because I have almost zero responsibilities. The only person that I have to look after and take care of is myself. I'm not responsible for anybody. Nobody is responsible for me. So when you do screw up, inevitably, because it's going to happen at some point, what are you going to do? You have to have that confidence in yourself that eventually, inevitably, when I fail, I'm going to pick myself back up. And I'm not saying this in a way where, oh, everybody sucks and everybody's stupid and no. But even the smartest of people will fail. It's inevitable. And if you never do, you haven't pushed yourself enough to fail. Because honestly, every time I've hit rock bottom and I've failed and I've royally screwed up, whether it was not my fault or it was entirely my fault, that was like the most growth I've ever went through in my entire life. Sure, I worked hard for things. I accomplished a lot of things, but in that time, the amount that my personality grew and I just grew like as a person is not even comparable to how much I grew and how much the strength that I had in my personality when I hit my face on the floor, made myself a fool in front of everybody. The growth that you go through during that kind of time is honestly unmatched. I think everybody needs to go through it at least twice in their lives. That kind of fear that you go through, you need to become familiar with it because that honestly gives you so much more power to try new things, take big risks, put yourself in situations where you have no idea how the hell you're gonna get out or how you're gonna do or how you're gonna perform if it's a new job. How are you ever going to do anything with your life and how are you ever gonna accomplish anything that you want for yourself if you don't go through all of this first? Do you think that everything that you worked for just magically appears into your life? No. You have to test yourself in every possible direction. Just see what happens. See who you become, what you're capable of, what you like, what you don't like, what you see for yourself in the future. If you are manifesting something for yourself, you have to go through all of this first. Like, it's honestly non-negotiable. There are so many things I've accomplished just in my first year of college that if I had gone back and told myself in senior year, her mind would have, I think, actually like exploded. But also, I went through hell and back my first year. I accomplished a lot, but honestly, out of all 4 years in high school, all of the shit that I went through all of that also in my first year. As shitty as I feel now, sometimes I'm so proud of everything that I went through and the person that I turned out to become. I have so much more time left in my life to become someone better, and that makes me so excited to just wake up tomorrow morning because I want to see what the universe has planned for me. If you dream of big things and you want big things, you have to also go through equal amount of hard work. Sometimes it's going to feel like, why the hell is the universe putting me through this? But it'll eventually make sense to you. Something that I went through 3-4 years ago, like this like little Lego piece that's a part of me, is so useful to me now because of some bullshit that I went through 4 years ago that at the time I was thinking, what the hell, what is going on? And now I'm honestly grateful that I went through it. I'm grateful that I went through all of that pain and just came out a stronger person because that is so useful to me now for all the things I want to accomplish. Just taking a step back and being like, I don't really care what anybody else has to say about me. I went through all of this and I'm proud of myself for coming out of it is honestly enough. Sometimes if that's what you need to tell yourself to go to sleep, just say it. And you probably deserve it too. Going through all of this helps you like be in a position where honestly if someone else is judging you, you don't even care. And if you're not at that place yet, fake it till you make it. I went into my first year of college. I was excited and I was confident, but I was also so scared. Going into a place where there was just so many other people and I couldn't tell what they were thinking, especially when I wanted to make new friends. That shit was fucking terrifying. Oh my god. Especially after like I'm not even saying this because I was like, oh, such a sad person, but like everything I went through in high school did have an effect on me and I was fucking terrified of what was gonna happen to me in college because it was just, in my eyes, it was like a much bigger pond of people that could do the same thing to me, whatever I went through in high school. But I also had to remind myself that I am a different person. I probably wouldn't do the same things I did in high school, and that would mean that I wouldn't have the same experiences that I did in high school, and I just had to walk into it with my best foot forward and hope for the best, and if the best didn't happen, I was just gonna deal with it and move on, because that's what life has taught me to do, and that's the person that I am, and there's nothing else I can do because I have to show for myself at the end of the day. I'm not gonna crumble underneath some external pressure that is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything, and you shouldn't let it mean anything to you ever. I know the title of the video is more leaning towards like, you know, how to not let other people bother you. But honestly, I don't think, after everything I've experienced, I don't think there is a solution for that. You have to put yourself out there, try new things, do things blindly without thinking about it too much, if it's safe. All of these things will in turn make you realize you are a confident person and that you do like yourself and that people do like you, so that eventually when someone comes around that doesn't like you, you don't care. You just don't care because you already have gone through so much that anything that anybody else has to say doesn't really matter to you. That opinion will be insignificant to you and you will be so happy with yourself because you have confidence in your actions. You believe in yourself and the life that you've built for yourself. Anyway, that was it for today. I hope this outside thing works because low-key I want to do this. I think every time I'm feeling sorry for myself, I might just come out here and talk about what I'm thinking. So I hope this made sense. I hope this helps. I guess I'll see you in the next one.